Somebody commented on one of the previous Beautiful Curse videos and asked a question. They wanted me to clarify what the actual curse was, and then also asked, are there any positives to do with the curse aspect? I think one of the best ways to describe it is to consider the whole aspect of love. So whether it's love for a parent, a partner, a child, I guess a sibling, love for an animal, pet dog or cat or a horse. One that I think everybody would agree on is that the loss involved of losing a love relationship, whether it's through a breakup or tragically through a death, is utterly devastating. It can be life-defining in so many ways. But anybody who's been in a loving relationship, not anybody, but most people who have been in a loving relationship would also argue that is a pain, that is a potential hurt, that is a potential heartbreak that is worth, every single day is worth that risk because of the benefits. And it seems like a cold, hard way to phrase it by saying the benefits, but what we get out of love and having a loving relationship is almost always worth the risk of loss, and the ultimate pain that we have at the end can be devastating. But what we're getting while we're in that loving relationship is worth that risk. And I think that's kind of where I'm going with the Beautiful Curse. There are absolutely negative aspects to being in a creative industry, to doing a job that can leave you exposed, that is dealing with emotions, that can quite often mean that your emotions are raw and there to be abused or to be harmed or to be hurt. And sometimes working in a creative industry can be devastating. It can be heartbreaking. But I think just like a loving relationship, it is worth the risk. The joy. And that is one of my favorite words these days, because there is no other word that can encapsulate the feeling of being able to create things and collaborate with people on creative things and to build something that other people might enjoy. The joy that you get out of being creative, for me at least, is something that I struggle to put into words. It's something that gives me a feeling inside that is second only to the love of my wife, the love I feel towards our cats, the love I have towards friends and colleagues. And I may have mentioned this, I'm not sure. I get a heat, a burning inside me, a heat in my chest that is so intense when I listen to music that other people have written that I love. When I watch a film that is important to me, when I look at artwork, I get a burning in my chest that is a tangible thing that makes me feel like if you could harness that energy, you could power an entire nation for decades. That is the level of joy that I get out of creative work, out of other people's creative work, and out of the creative work that I do myself. And it is, I guess you could call it a different form of love. Maybe what I've discovered there is I don't know, self-appreciation or self-love. I don't know. I'm really not sure what to say there. But that is the Beautiful Curse in the most concise way I can put it. It is like love. There is the massive risk of heartbreak, the massive risk of hurt and pain and suffering. And that risk is always there. But the flip side to that risk is just this joy that is beyond anything else that we can experience as human beings. For me, the love between people or people and animals and the joy from creating are probably the two most, probably the two pinnacle emotions or feelings or experiences that we can have. So, are there positives to the curse, to the bad side? Yes, that joy you have to risk to be able to have the potential to feel that joy. And so the toxic environments, the not being able to get work, the potentially risking other aspects of your life of insecurity and you know, not having job security and all those sorts of things are integral, I think, to achieving the good parts. You can mitigate them, and you probably should try to mitigate them. But I do think it's the good and the bad are kind of part of the same, two sides of the same coin. For the coin to exist, there needs to be two sides for that coin. I think that'll do it because I think I'm starting to rant. Anyway, thanks for watching.